Hi, I'm attorney Greg Dell, and I'm joined today by attorney Stephen Jessup. And today we are going to discuss a recent MetLife court decision that came following a denial by MetLife of a long-term disability claim. And Steve's going to talk to you about some of the things that are very disturbing in this case, because it seems that Met denies you, they drag their feet, you sue them, you beat them up, you win at court, and they still drag your feet. So can you basically give us the reality of what happened in this case, because it was really disturbing when you first told me about it?
Well, what happened in this one, and I don't know if it's more common or I'm seeing it more often. This was a case where MetLife denied a claim under the own occupation definition of disability. The insured went through all the administrative appeals, which were denied, ended up filing a lawsuit in California. The district court judge sided with the plaintiff, stating that the person was disabled under the own occupation period. And at this point, though, even though that already rolled into an any occupation period, the court remanded it or sent it back to the insurance company to review for whether or not she was still disabled under the policy.
All right, let me ask you something. Why didn't the judge at that point just make the decision, look, MetLife, you're wrong, I find the claimant's disabled, pay the claimant?
Well, the judge technically, realistically, that he's not necessarily in a position, and you don't see too many judges that really want to make that call, because obviously the definitions for own occupation or any occupation are going to differ.
So it was a different definition.
And the review to that point had only contemplated own occupation, so MetLife wasn't given the ability to review for any occupation. So they remanded back to the insurance company. I believe it was in May of 2011. What ended up happening is, come October, MetLife hasn't done anything on the file at this point, and then they request that she undergo an independent medical evaluation. Well, they refused to saying, listen, you're outside your time frames, your time limits to ask this, for us to do this. So it ends up back in court, and then the judge is making a ruling essentially as to whether or not, when he kicked the case back to MetLife, do they still have to play by that 45-day rule in making a decision that you see in all the denial letters that you'll receive.
So how many months after the remand from the court did MetLife wait until they asked to have the claimant examined?
5 months.
And what period of time would have been reasonable for them to ask for something to be done?
According to what the judge in the court was holding, 45 days. They should have had action on it, and if needed, the extension done at that point. But by waiting that long after, they had no right at that point to request it.
All right, I just want to be clear for anyone that's watching this video, it is a very risky decision to deny, to say I'm not going to go to an independent medical exam, because there are a lot of policies and a lot of cases that we've seen where the judge says, look, you didn't cooperate, therefore you breached a condition precedent to coverage, and just because of that, I'm denying you. So this one worked out good for the claimant, but it could be very risky. And the fact that it was 5 months makes a difference. If this was 45 days or even within 90 days, I don't know that I would have told the claimant, don't go to the IME.
It's a calculated risk, even if in the idea of filing a lawsuit after the 45th day in the event there was tolling or something along those lines. So it was a calculated risk that worked out, but at least it was a kind of an interesting ruling. It kind of gives a little more, light on the subject for an evaluation of another case.
So what's really disturbing now about this claim is that this claimant's gone for, well over a year without any benefits. They won their first lawsuit, for the regular occupation. Now it goes for the any occupation. MetLife drags their feet for 5 months. They get back in court. And we're now 7 months past the time when the judge, we're a year from when the judge initially made the determination. This claimant's still not getting paid.
Still waiting for a review under the any occupation.
So it's, this is, and I know this was not our case, and the lawyer's probably trying to do everything they can, but it's a pathetic pitfall in the system, dealing with ERISA and sometimes with the court system, that this person's forced to try to survive now without benefits, when it looks like they're going to win this battle at the end of the day, but MetLife is bleeding them, and it's really pathetic.
Yeah.
So if anyone has a MetLife claim, whether it's an application, your on claim, it's an appeal, a denial, or a lawsuit, feel free to call us for a free consultation. We're happy to review your claim at no charge, let you know if we can help you, and we're always available. Thank you for your consideration of our firm.